Hey folks. Okay. I'm just giving you a little bit of update here, but I just want to update what's going on in the market and the area. Some fun news and what I learned so far in my life, and just being an entrepreneur. It's great that I maxed out my credit card. I've been learning about how the bankruptcy process works, how to remove your bankruptcy, how to fix your credit so far, and some of the ideas of venture capital that I can pitch to a venture capital. How to make this community much brighter. How to improve this community. How to how to use apartment like affordable housing and things like that. Because I was looking at some of these properties and apartments in little Chicago area, suburban Chicago, suburban and south side of Chicago. It's rough town. If you look at just Google Street Maps, wow, that's just rough town. But is there a way to, because like some of those apartments that I'm looking at, those apartments, they're like $600,000-$700,000, and they're like 20-30 units, and they're architecturally, I mean, it's very beautiful, but it's abandoned, completely abandoned. And some of the things like that, I was just curious if I could pitch my idea to a venture capitalist who can help me out to spruce up these communities, anywhere, but I personally like some kind of big and nice, beautiful piece of property. And I think if it can spruce up, and I think it can be done great. But I don't know. I'm just working on it. So a couple of ideas that I have today. I'm not ideas. I'm just a couple of the updates that I have today in the market, real estate market, and the world in general, economy, and what's going on here and in my life, personal life, and today, and Trump talked to, it was yesterday, Trump talked to Netanyahu. Why are you so fucking negative? He was talking about the Gaza, I think that's a great, news to start with. And the second news, these are all great news that I have. The second news is that Bitcoin hits new all-time high, $125,000 over right now, over $125,000. It went back down to just under 125 right now, $124,900, $980. It's because spot Bitcoin ETFs saw $3.24 billion inflow last week, second largest weekly total ever, and U.S. listed ETFs alone added $3.2 billion. And resistance is about now $126,000, $127,000. If it breaks above, it's going to go whole new leg up. Rally driven by favorable U.S. regulations and institutional money. So now we are more friendlier and favorable to cryptocurrencies than ever in U.S. Bitcoin, crypto is becoming a system. It's not some kind of Super Mario. You hit that block and bing, comes up, or it becomes a real. And Julian Brown, the scientist, the inventor, the entrepreneur, recently turns plastic into gasoline. Julian Brown, the scientist, just ran a Scat Pack muscle car on gasoline made from recycled plastic. It's amazing. Potential game changer for energy and waste reduction. This is how real innovation looks, solving pollution and fueling the future. I think that guy is just one of a kind, amazing guy to in once in a generation, especially American-made gasoline. Okay, number 4 news, still a great news. Investors flee rentals for stocks and crypto. 2025 shift. Now investors are more prone to liquid and crypto rather than illiquid or in real estate. I'm a real estate guy. I love real estate. I love beautiful piece of property. I love these bricks. I love those beautiful flooring, marble flooring, chandelier, you name it. The beautiful kitchen. I love a beautiful hallway. You know, I love everything about real estate. It's just, real estate is like almost like could be as complicated as building a rocket ship. You know, if you're to thinking about creativity, art craftsmanship, it takes a lot of people to build a beautiful piece of property, whether it's commercial or residential. But right now, people are more prone to cryptocurrency. Someone on X, he sold on Sergio. His name's Sergio. He sold 3 rental properties after losses from evictions, repairs, and taxes. Moved the money into stocks and crypto, and he made almost $150,000 profit in a very short amount of time. Meanwhile, insurance rates up as much as 30% in risk zones. Crypto market is 3.72 trillion. I think still real estate market is much bigger than, I think real estate market cap. Real estate market cap is much, it's global real estate market cap value is over almost 400 trillion, 380 trillion. So real estate market is much bigger, than crypto market, obviously. But, people are more prone to a liquid products like crypto, stocks, and bonds. And now the tenant laws are it's just getting ridiculous than ever. People are done babysitting tenants. They want liquidity, mobility, and ROI right now. They don't want to see uncertainty if tenants are going to pay taxes or not. One thing I heard about landlords, property owners in LA, and they are saying that they would rather keep the property vacant and have value go up when they sell it than having tenants in place. So, isn't that ridiculous? They don't want cash flow. They just want to have appreciation, since they're more prone to appreciation. And California castle with Disney chandeliers and gold for sale. It's amazing. You can look it up on Realtor.com. A literal fairy tale mansion, gold trims, and Disney magic extravagant design. It's in where? I think it's in Calabasas. Thousand Oaks. It's amazing. You gotta take a look at it. And the property looks. If you look at it in the view, Disney style. I love that sky blue roof. It looks amazing. Number 6, Trump seeks Texas National Guard deployments. Reports say that Trump plans to send the Texas National Guard to Illinois, Oregon, and other states. Illinois governor calls it federal overreach. Comment: this shows the power struggle between state rights and federal control is back on center stage. I think it's very important. All these crazy people in Oregon. I used to live in Oregon for like a couple months. Portland, Oregon is a nutcase. What's happening? And I completely agree with what Trump has to do with National Guard. Bring the National Guard to because here's the thing. I watch these people interviews. I watch these people residents interviews on the news channel. They're saying there's no police force. People will not go into a police. It becomes another like part of Oakland. People are not enforcing any laws. There's no police. Even there's police, they don't want to go in there and to enforce the laws and protect residents, protect civilians. And what do? We need to get this community in the right place, get these neighbors safe and sound. And mind you, when I was in Portland, I'm from California. Portland is I mean, it's just so everything's so green. I felt like this is a fairy tale place. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. The city is just with the green trees. Everything's so green. Everything's so nice. Anyhow, that's one thing. Okay, the next news is Japan elects first female prime minister, Sane Takaichi. Japan elects first female Mark Nixon called it. Japan just hit Control Z on woke culture. Sane Takaichi is a hardline conservative and Japan's first female prime minister. Her core platform, kudos to Japanese prime minister, wants Japan to stand firm against China and North Korea. She's all about traditional family values, opposes gender ideology and same-sex marriage, cultural heritage first, tight immigration control, emphasis on Japanese identity and patriotism, economic nationalism, invest in AI, semiconductors, and the defense industry to revive Japan's strength. She has been compared to Margaret Thatcher for her toughness and clarity. Interesting contrast, the first ever female leader, but more traditional than most men in power. Japan sending message of heritage over hashtags. Wow. I'm Korean, and we were never fond of what Japan's doing up until now. Japan's waking up. Japan's getting their shit together. Japan's doing the right thing. It's called common sense. Taking care of their own people. It's very important. It's not about globalism. It's about one world law, one world economy. No. It's about taking care of your family, taking care of what you belong to. Okay? And then we can take care of other people, and then we can help others. But we ain't going out there taking care of some other people while my people starves. That's just cuckoo. You know, you just gotta have common sense. And I think that's amazing what Japan is doing. And remind you that my grandparents were slaves, had Japanese slaves, were Japanese colonized Korea. And my parents had to speak Japanese. Their language is taken away. The Korean language was taken away. They were taught Japanese in schools, and they could speak both languages, Japanese and Korean. So we were never friends with Japan. But now that's not the issue. What the issue of the world right now is all these crazy, non-commonsensical cultures just seeping into our family, society. You know, it becomes lawless. You know, I used to be like that. I used to be lawless, but that just, as you get older, you know, you really realize that's not the way. You gotta put God first. There is a law exist, and there's a grace exist, and there is common sense exist. I mean, I abide by those things, and I love real estate. I think real estate is the most traditional way to bring wealth into your society. And it's a very helpful to impact all the neighbors, all the communities. But now people call it, real estate is so many laws and regulations more than ever. Permits, all kinds of stuff. It wasn't like that before. Anyhow, that's so far that I have.